Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I will be making the video number 2 for the Forgotten Immortal series Lightning Edition. And I'm going to talk about these 3 immortals right here because I believe they are quite forgotten. Very few people actually plays them, and those who play them usually are not the main team. I've seen some people using Louis in the pre-Conquest seasons, but once you reach Conquest, they are very rare to be seen in your main march, especially Richard and Ji as well. So that is something that I want to talk about and talk about how good they are in the pre-conquest seasons and why they might have fallen off, because there are some better immortals out there and some better combos, and also why lightning might not be as strong as it used to be when hybrid was a thing, basically before conquest seasons. So yeah, let's start the video. So the first immortal we are going to talk about is Louis. Louis is a very special immortal because his physical attack converts to magical attack, which is really weird, and basically it's a very good support for mages like Hammurabi and, for example, Himiko if you want to run that as well. But you have to play him very specific way, very heavy magical team, and sometimes when you have lightning marches, or actually not sometimes, but most of the time when you have and seen lightning marches, you want to go with Genghis Khan, right? And he is an archer, which kind of like render Louis a little bit useless and not very useful in that type of marches. But if you do, for example, want to run a mage team, right? Hammurabi, but then again, you didn't have support back then, so it was very difficult to run that kind of march. It was good at one point, but it wasn't something special, and a lot of people basically turned their backs on Louis and lightning marches in general. And as you can see here, it did get some buff, or not buff, but adjustment a couple of patches ago. I think it was 4 or 5 patches ago with the passive, which increased attack speed, which means he is basically the 4th best, like not best, but the fastest attacker in the game. We have Alex, we have Hannibal, we have Ares, and now we have Louis with the passive, which is really nice. It would definitely be something unique if you want to go for it. You're probably going to be needing some of the either mage skills or heavy like red skills to make him work properly, and it can be a heavy investment, right? And he might not work really well, and that's why you won't be seeing him in the main team for a very long time. But he can be a very good collection object, definitely for like second team, third team, or fourth team. I think he can do well there, but not as the main team in this current meta. The second immortal here is going to be about Richard. Richard is one of the first immortal I got maxed out, and I think back then he was really good with the lightning dragon, which, you know, if you stun, you get some more damage, double damage and stuff like that, which is actually really cool. I did try to play around Richard before, and his stun, it was really good. And with his artifact, I think extra 20% chance for the stun, which increased to 60%, is a very good starter immortal. But when you get further into the season and eventually Conquest, I think the stun is very difficult to hit, for especially for main count, or sorry, main march. It will be still reliable for second, third, and fourth marches where you have to farm, like stun, where they don't have CC control immunity, right? That is possible still, but I wouldn't really count on that much because, you know, a lot of the people, especially the people that have been playing for a very long time, knows how to counter Richard really well. So that kind of like, that's why you never seen him anymore any place. I don't use him anymore either. I only use him to farm AXP, right? But that's pretty much it. He's still going to be decent in PvE contents like farming gnomes and such, but not in spiders. So nobody is really using him, and that is like one of the reasons why he is not that popular anymore and kind of like need a heavy adjustment to his skills before he will be able to come back into be like relevancy, right? He's never going to be OP again, I believe, but he can be relevant if we get him some adjustment here and there. So the third and the last immortal I'm going to talk about in this video is Yi Seung-gi. In my opinion, Yi Seung-gi actually is a decent archer. It's just that Genghis Khan is one of the best in the game, and people will go Genghis Khan instead of Yi Seung-gi, right? And the other thing is his ultimate doesn't hit all units, right? You only hit 2 units like randomly, which in my opinion is a little bit bad nowadays, because that means you really need a frontline attacker to do damage as well and rely on that. So it can be a struggle. And if you guys saw one of my videos with Ashoka when I was maxing him out and trying out in KVK, this is in a very similar situation where it only hits 2 random immortals. Although Ashoka hit in a line 2 immortals, it didn't do much. It says 500% here, right? And then just transfer some stats like 20% of the physical magical attack and physical magical defense to you and yourself, which it looks good, it sounds good, have a good concept. I wish it could hit all units instead of 2. So that is something that I believe one of the reasons why he is forgotten real quick in the game. He used to be a very good supported archer in the Lightning, where you have him next to a Genghis Khan, and then you have Yi Seung-gi, and you have some tanks in front line, right? That used to be a decent one, but nowadays he is nowhere to be found. He needs a massive adjustment to the skills to make him relevant again. Keep in mind the stats is not that bad, right? His energy regen is actually pretty decent. The physical attack is decent as well. I will try maybe in the future to make like max him out in terms of stats, in terms of specialization as well, see how he performs. But for now, I think I will let him rest, and then when the time comes, maybe he gets adjustment, then I will be ready to try him out for you guys to see how it performs. So yeah, now we talk about these 3 immortals, Yi Seung-gi, Louis, Richard. What do you guys think about them? Do you guys think they are forgotten? Do you guys agree with me or disagree with me? Please leave it in the comment section, because I would love to hear your opinion. And also keep in mind, I would have loved to add more immortals like Hammurabi, right? But I think Hammurabi is more common than you think it is, especially with the Lightning mains, which have no Himiko in the team, right? They're still using Hammurabi, although you can basically call him a little bit forgotten, but not as forgotten as these immortals. In my opinion, Elcid is still relevant today in a certain type of situation, so I didn't want to add him here. And Darius is relatively untested. The only reason why he is kind of like not popular is because it takes a lot of time to invest in his fragments as well. So yeah, I will definitely keep that in mind for the next video. That's probably going to be another element, maybe fire, maybe water. We will see about that. But yeah, this video is done, and hopefully if you have any questions, have any opinions, leave it in the comment section, and then we will have a discussion about it. See you guys in the next video.